All right, dude here. It is weigh-in day, and we are back in action. So this is not a reset. I want to say this right up front. This is not a reset. It's not a recalibration. We're not starting over. This is the beginning of week 21. We are 20 weeks into this deal. We got 20 weeks behind us. And the way I estimate it, I probably had about, 15 weeks that were excellent. Made it somewhere between 90 and 100 days. I did really good. But before we get into the analysis, let's just jump straight into the results. Here we go. I'm going to insert it right here. As you can see, the weigh-in today, 238.7. Now, if you look back, last Monday was, what was it, 240.7 or 8. So it's 2 pounds. 2 pounds from that, and that was actually, up. You can see actually on Tuesday I weighed in. It went up even a couple more. So, however you want to look at it, I look at it as a 2 pound loss this week, even though according to Tuesday's numbers, it's really 4 pounds, but there's some fluctuation in there all the time. So, the good story is went to Disneyland, came back 2 pounds down. I'll take that. That's awesome. That means I didn't blow it this weekend. Now the rest of the story is this. I did really, really good for the first 90 to 100 days. I lost 32 pounds. So first 90 to 100 days, down 32 pounds. I hit a low. I know I stepped on the scale around June 4th. My anniversary, it said 228.8 or something like that. I weighed a couple times, so it actually went up a little bit, ounces here and there. So it averaged to 229 if I go back and look at the scale. So let's just call it 229. So my low point over the last 20 weeks was 229. But the problem is I hit a little bit of a mental patch. I hit some shoulder injuries. Those of you who come daily know this stuff. For those of you who are brand new, just joining the journey, I hit a rough patch. And what do you do when you hit a rough patch? I reassessed. I tweaked my diet a little bit. I did some 30-minute strength and mobility workouts, and that was still hurting the shoulder. So I recalibrated again. I pulled it all the way back. I started hiding from the scale. I was doing all the mistakes that I know better, right? So I kind of reset. I did recalibrate at one point, and I said, okay, I'm going all the way back to 3 main things. Those 3 things were gonna continue the weekly weigh-in. Can't hide from the scale. Can't hide from the results, or else I'm gonna fall way back. Number 2 was intermittent fast Monday through Friday. Not because of any special intermittent fasting reason. It's not about health or autophagy or any of the other benefits that come from fasting. That wasn't it. It was just simply simplicity. I work Monday through Friday. I can intermittent fast, come home, and I'm not really on 1 meal a day either. It's more of like 1.5 to 2 meals within a short eating window Monday through Friday. Than trying to stick to a ketogenic diet on the weekend. But I travel a lot, so I started having some crazy weekends. Not like fully horrible, but man, I was starting to go to lunch again during work. I was getting fast food. I was on the weekends, we'd go out to dinner with the kids up north, or when I was traveling. And so a couple pounds here, I was like up a pound, down a pound, up 3 pounds, down 2 pounds, up 5 pounds, down 3 pounds. It was just snowballing over the next 4 to 5 weeks. I don't think I'm going to show that on the scale here, but you guys get the picture. So I had a weight gain of 10 to 12 pounds of my 32 that I'd lost. So that sucks. So now I'm a net 9 pounds up. We are starting week 21. This is a continuation. Now, I am going to call this phase 2. The reason I'm calling it phase 2, phase 1's over. I did really good for 90 to 100 days. Kind of spiraled, got off track a little bit, gained 10 pounds. Now I'm back, 9 pound net gain. So we're into the losing mode again. And the reason it's phase 2 is not because we're starting over. We're just taking the next step forward. So what that means for me is I set a new goal. I talked about it in my video over the weekend. Weekend videos don't do so hot, so maybe you didn't see it. You can go back and watch it. But in 120 days from now, about 100, I don't know, somewhere 120, 122, something like that, we are going to board an airplane and go to Oahu. We're going to jet off to Oahu and just take a short trip, probably about a 3-night stay. find a cheap hotel in Waikiki. We're not doing a big fancy resort or anything like that. Rent a car, and we're gonna go spend my wife's birthday on the North Shore of Oahu. There's a couple stores I want to hit. There's, it sounds like we're fancy and rich, like we're going to Paris for lunch or something. It's really not like that, but we're setting a goal. That gives me 120 days for phase 2 to kind of boom, the next part of my weight loss journey. The goal is still 110 pounds, get down in the 155 to 160 range. At my very, very peak, I was 289, but I started this actually on the calendar March 16th at 261.2, I believe. So we're still down. We haven't wasted the first, 140 days. But the last 40 to 50 days have been just kind of a crap hole of a ride. You know what I mean? It's just been between pain, just losing a little motivation. Man, I made a couple of videos that get hammered in the comments section on my own channel. What up with that? You guys got to be nice. Everyone's got an opinion. Everyone knows how to fix you. Everyone wants to be the hero. So I'm doing it my way. I'm not on a GLP-1. I'm this time around. I'm still doing a keto-ish diet, but I'm adding a couple things. Now I went to Costco tonight, so let me show you. This is going to be ketogenic, but protein first, calorie deficit second, and ketogenic state third. Because of some of the medication I'm in, I don't really want a deep state of ketosis, but I would like to know that I'm in fat burning mode, that my body is consuming its own body fat. So I'm looking to be about a 0.5 to a 1.5 level of ketosis when I do check my blood. So I went to Costco. I'm going to give you a good example of just a few things I bought. Tonight's dinner features Costco rotisserie chicken. I'm going to eat half of this chicken for dinner tonight. I have got avocados, good healthy fat. I will consume 1/2 of an avocado tonight for dinner. The other piece of my dinner, for some weird reason, Costco was out of frozen broccoli, so my wife went to Target and picked some up. So I'm gonna have probably 1.5 cups of frozen broccoli. That is my dinner. I can insert the macros for that dinner right here. You can see we're falling right in line with where I want to be, with where I want to hit. And then for snack tonight, because I'm still a little bit low on calories, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat about 3/4 of a cup of this Kirkland Greek yogurt. That's going to add some more protein, add some more calories. And then I'm going to do 1/8 of a cup. We're going to go a little light because the broccoli has carbs in it. So I'm going to go a little bit light and do 1/8 of a cup of blueberries. That will be, and then I'll probably add a couple of slices of cheese with about 3 ounces of chicken. And that'll be kind of like my later snack around 9 to 10 p.m. Then I hit the hay. Now, the other things that I picked up at Costco, some Grillo pickle slices. This is so that I can take like a slice of salami, a slice of cheese, a pickle. I have a few of those, and I'm just planning future late night snacks later in the week. I also picked up some black berries to go along with my blueberries. So I'll either do, I'll probably do like some half and half, like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, and then with like 1/8 to 1/4 cup of berries. That'll be probably become a pretty regular snack over the next 120 days. Also got this Kerrygold aged cheddar cheese. These are a cheese stick form, so they're already pre-portioned. So like one of these cheese sticks, 1 to 2 of those cheese sticks, and one of these little squares of salmon, pre-packaged smoked salmon, 2 ounces each, actually makes a pretty healthy snack and gives me more protein, a little more fat, and more calories to round off. So if tomorrow night, let's say I have steak and broccoli and something else, or steak and asparagus, because yes, indeed, I got a pack of asparagus. So I could do steak and asparagus tomorrow, let's say, with some avocado. Let's say that's my main meal. I could come back and eat 2 ounces of salmon, a couple things of that aged cheddar, call it a meal. I'll probably be throwing in some sauerkraut or some kimchi a little bit just for some fermented food. According to ChatGPT, that's not really that, that's probably one of those things that's debatable, but I'm still gonna do it. And I did pick up some cauliflower rice for the freezer. Now they had a seasoning on sale. I love this stuff. This is this carne asada seasoning, really good on steaks and burgers. That was like a closeout deal, $4. So I picked that up. I think I've already got some. That was the Costco haul. What my wife's picking up right now is some Target has this cottage cheese that said it's like a, I don't even know what brand it is, but it's got like no carrageenan. It's got really clean ingredients. They were sold out of it. So I had a cottage cheese at Costco. I put it back on the shelf because she was going to Target. So we didn't get that tonight. She picked me up a little pack of salami. It's just sliced salami. So I can either add that with cheese or pickle or something like that for a little snack. She picked up some frozen broccoli. And there was one other thing, but I can't remember. But anyway, so that's kind of my, I'm still in a ketogenic diet, but I'm going to focus a little bit more on the protein. Don't want to lose any muscle as I lose weight. And here's my goal. My goal is to get on that plane to Hawaii, definitely below 220. A couple days ago, I shared a transformation story. Last Thursday or Friday, it was with Storytime with Dude. I shared a transformation before and after pictures back from 2008. When I started that transformation, I think I was 219 or 217. Let's just go 217. I am going to get on that plane to Hawaii 217 or less. I said 220 before, but I want to go to Hawaii at my transformation starting weight or less. Now, the sub goal, right? The stretch goal. The main goal is under 220. So I'll call it 217, but main goal is under 220. The stretch goal is to break 200. Now, I don't have to do that. Can I? 120 days, 38 pounds? Yeah, you know why? Because the first 9 pounds is weight that I've just recently put back on. So they count, but they're easier, right? They're gonna come off sooner than the other ones. Then we're gonna get after it. I'm gonna keep walking and doing my movement. I'm not tracking, but I'm using ChatGPT to kind of keep track. Let's put it that way. But I'm not using a carb counter or a MyFitnessPal or carb counter or one of these tracking softwares or chronometer or something like that. I'm just discussing my meal choices with chat. I have a whole thread set up for my nutritional plan, and I'm going to say, hey, is this good to go? If I do about this, help me build a plate that's about right. And then we're going to hit the protein goal first, and the fat and the other macros second. And shooting for 20 net carbs. If I had a little bit of fluff room, 20 to 30, but I'd prefer to stay around 15 to 20. So that is what I am doing. Phase 2 has begun. I am in an intermittent fasted state right now. I'm going to turn the video off, and I'm going to cut up the chicken and start preparing this meal. And after I'm done eating, I'll probably go on a walk. It is 108 right now, so it is not going to be outside. It'll probably be in the old gym. So boring old walk. But that's what we're doing. So phase 2 has begun. We're in week 21. We're not starting over. We're not resetting. We're not doing anything. We're just taking the next, hopefully, major step forward. The goal, go to Hawaii under 220. The stretch goal is under 200. And what else did I change or modify anything else? I don't think so. I'm not really modifying anything. I'm just getting back to focus, baby. So gotta get lasered in. But having a goal makes the difference. I can already tell my attitude's better. I feel a lot better. I'm excited again right now. And look, the goal, this 220 goal, the breaking 200 goal, that's just a me thing, right? I don't care how much I lose per week or anything like that. It's not about that. it's about, I know what, I've already shown you pictures. I know what I can do going from 217 to 162. I've done that. Or 219 to 162, whatever it was. You've seen the before and after picture if you're paying attention and watching my videos. Now, I was a lot younger then, but still, it's proof that I can do it. But right now, getting to that point is like where I'm going, okay, I just got to get back there. And then we'll look at things again. But I think I can stretch or get close to the stretch. And if I don't get it, that's fine. As long as I'm around 220, 217 or something, getting on that plane in 120 days, dude, I've lost 50 pounds in 120 days, no problem. Will it happen this time? We'll see. But it's good to have a goal. And it feels good to have a reward on the line going, hey, I'm going to work hard. I'm going to do this. And then I'm taking my wife to Hawaii for a few days. Zach and Lauren are going to come and, spend her birthday at Waimea Bay, sitting on the beach. It's going to be great. So we're excited. I'm excited. I'm going to get things rolling and be here with you every single day, every step of the way. And we share it. We share the good. We share the bad. We share the ugly. And that's how we get ourselves unstuck. We move forward. So, see you tomorrow. Dude out. Yeah, dude out. Dude out. See you tomorrow. Sayonara. Let's get it done. We're doing this thing. Bam.